suppose a really good question then is how has it changed? During your long careers in devices and regs, how have you seen it change over that time?
It's probably the better question. Is not why you're doing. Why did you stay?
Well, that was going to be a question next, actually, I suppose. But yeah,
I think that's really relevant because it's a really satisfying industry to work on, which you can always tell yourself. But despite everything else, you're actually you're hopefully making a contribution to the human condition, making things better, keeping people safe, and especially in this sort of role. And I think that is quite satisfying.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But also, I don't know that the industry has changed such an awful lot. I mean, obviously, in technology terms, it is one of the more constantly innovating industries, I think. It's one thing that occurred to me, having worked at Smith & Nephew at the beginning, is that it's an industry that came from other industries. So Smith & Nephew, the division I worked for was textiles, and it had originally been founded to make denim for sailors' uniforms, and now they made plasters, but it's the same in all of them. You've got steel industry, you've got textiles, you've got electronics. Almost anything you can think of started somewhere else. So it's an industry that's used to constant change, and it also has a huge variety in terms of the size of companies. So you've got massive global companies, but the vast majority of it is small, even micro enterprises who are startups doing really exciting stuff with really, really innovative, cutting edge technology. So there's something for everyone, and if you find yourself in a part of it that is getting a bit dull, then there's plenty of opportunity elsewhere.
Absolutely. There's always a lot of room for good people in the industry, and the industry, especially medical devices, is possibly be seen as the poor relation to pharmaceuticals over the years. It's a prevalent position, and may be true, but I think it's a very vibrant industry. I think
that's true in regulatory terms. It's still seen as the poor relation and the kind of slightly easier baby brother of pharmaceuticals, and it really isn't. It's in some ways more complex because of that variety of technology.
Oh, absolutely. You're looking at something where you could be conceivably, if you're a consultant to this, you could be dealing with a tongue depressor one day and an MRI scanner the next.
Yeah,
and that's the range. It's huge, without bringing in things like drug device combinations, drug eluting stents, and nanotech, and all the other things you can be doing. It's really, really complicated. It could be.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I find with devices. It's I mean, a pharmaceutical, especially small molecules, it's very the way they're manufactured is the same. It's very similar. I mean, of course, they all do different things, and they're part of our day-to-day lives, and they're very important. But I think with devices, like you said, you can move around into different companies following the same regulations. But yeah, you can go from a company that's making plasters to an MRI scanning, innovative nanotechnology. I think it's fascinating really with the device industry. It is so varied, so broad, and I imagine it's it must be exciting for both of you as consultants as well, working with varied clients and training people as well from different backgrounds.
And I probably should say this, but as a consultant, you're constantly surprised, at least I am, by questions that come and I think, oh, I never thought of that before. I've never seen that particular scenario or product or conundrum. So there's never a dull moment.
And Anne's right. Yeah, I agree completely. There's still to this day, there's people come up, especially those innovative startups that Anne mentioned, where we're given, somebody goes, I've got this great idea and it's going to work like this, and you think, wow, I never thought. Well, that's genuinely exciting. That's technology, that's Star Trek level exciting stuff going on there, and that's really cool.
And you wish you thought of it.
I'm happy with my role and things.
You're contributing, aren't you? Still, yeah, yeah.
I'm contributing. It's not what I'm good at the end of the day. That original leap of thought is not. But I'm better at stitching things together as we go along. But yeah, each their own at the end of the day.